Because even if you think of great matches, my matches are him with Shawn Michaels and Triple H. There's other great matches like Macho Man, Steamboat, but he's in a lot of great matches too. So it's like if you look at the numbers, you gotta say he is the greatest kind of. But then on the other side tells me I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm conflicted. That's what I asked you.
What will you consider him? And this is like gonna be way off. Like the Dan Marino of football.
No,
Dan Marino is to football. He's to wrestling.
I could think of him like a Russell Westbrook. The guy did a triple-double, and you're like, yo, nobody's done a triple-double ever for the whole, like, I think maybe was it
like 50 games or something like that?
No, yeah, he did it for the whole year, right? So I think he beat... Yeah. I don't know if he was the first guy to do it or was the other guy. I think Oscar Robinson. But I think he did it 2 years in a row, and you're like, numbers-wise, yo, how the fuck can he do that every night and day? With the WAC team too in OKC, but you're like, is he the greatest? You don't know. You're like, his numbers are the greatest, but you're like, I don't know if he's the greatest. That's how I'm conflicted with Undertaker. If you think about it, he if you look at the numbers, he has to be the greatest. But like you said, everybody knows who's Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair. There's a lot of people's greats. Shawn Michaels. You know, Shawn Michaels is the greatest probably in-ring performer, but is he Undertaker? Like, he's been doing it for 30 years. Not only that, it's just the mental stuff. Like, he's had a lot of, he's been hurt. And if you notice, all those wrestlers, they all go through, even Stone Cold, he's been hurt, that he went through like a downshift. Either that, or they drink too much, or they take too much drugs. Like they burn out. Even Stone Cold would say, I think towards the end he was burnt out. Like he wasn't happy. But you gotta think about it. Undertaker's been doing it 30 years, and he's just been consistently he shows up and he performs at a high level. So it's crazy. So that's just like I'm asking myself that question because I was thinking about it because I was comparing it to Michael Jordan's last ride, right? No, Last Dance, and I'm like, man, with watching Undertaker, and is close to Michael Jordan, but is he the greatest? And I'm like, I don't know, but I was thinking, I was like, if you look at his numbers, he's been doing it 30 years. His record for WrestleMania is impeccable, and he's had great matches. So I'm like, if you argue against it, it's hard, but I understand it. Like, you know, Hulk Hogan is probably the, you know, if you think of wrestling, but yeah, and it's crazy because I've left them out. My Mount Rushmore.
Popular, the Hulk Hogan, right?
Yeah, but I mean, Hulk Hogan back then, he was fucking fire, man. He was steam.
Yeah, he was making money back then. You know what I'm saying? But not the greatest wrestler.
Oh back no. When it comes to the greatest wrestlers,
Ricky Steamboat was one of the best back then. Macho Man was the fucking man back then.
Yeah, but like when
Ultimate Warrior, who was not. But I understand what you're saying. That it's like more recognizable, more. If you talk about, like, if we say boxing, the first name we're gonna probably say, if it's not Muhammad Ali, we're gonna say Mike Tyson.
That's the thing with Mike Tyson. Damn, I don't. Well, it depends. Heavyweights. He was a great heavyweight, but
because we're not gonna say I like boxing because of Julio Cesar Chavez. Well, that's as an example. But if I say boxing in Puerto Rico, they're gonna say Trinidad or Cotto and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's boxing for them. You know what I'm saying? But if you say boxing back in the 90s era, everybody's going to be Tyson. We want to push like Tyson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have it's like after Jordan, we always taking our tongues out when we shot a three or go to the hoop. Then after that, we shoot a fucking paper garbage to the basket and we say Kobe. So it changes. You know what I'm saying? even now, Undertaker's so popular that people, when they do wedding, the guys want to come up to the Undertaker's theme song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Look, so I never used to think of under. I used to always to think he's probably like the greatest, like let's say like an LL Cool J. And I know people were probably like, "Yo, you two guys are talking about Russell Westbrook," but we're just trying to figure it out because I could think of like LL Cool J longevity. He's been on top, but I didn't think of Undertaker as being like the greatest. But then watching this documentary and then just seeing everything he's put in, I'm like, man, if somebody tells me he's the greatest, I can't really argue with that. The more I think about it, I'm like, I can't really, like, I'm like, I can't really argue with that because his record, I know wrestling is not, but still, this guy's always done it for so many years, and that's the crazy part. Yeah, I wish we had more wrestling people on the podcast so we could get their insight. Because it'll be because then there's probably other people we're not talking about. I mean, the only ones like I said I know is Ric Flair, the Shawn Michaels, the Hulk Hogan's, Stone Cold, and stuff like that. But it's just a good conversation to have.
No, yeah, it's definitely a good conversation to have because a lot of people have different opinions. A lot of people have different favorite wrestlers. I like Undertaker, but I don't know if I'll put him in my top 5 for me. You know what I'm saying? But he's definitely in that list of one of the greatest ones. There's no denying what he's done for wrestling. You know what I'm
saying? That's the thing. It's like my Mount Rushmore. I don't know if I ever used to include him, but now I'm like, I think I would have to. I mean, I know I've always my Mount Rushmore. It's always been Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, and now I probably have to say Undertaker. I don't know. It always gets hard those last 3 or 4.
Yeah.
What are yours? I know Macho's in there.
Macho will be my first one.
Mm-hmm.
Hulk Hogan, I will put in there because I think me seeing the yellow and red TV, that got me. You know what I'm saying? The Hulk Hogan got me. But then I saw Macho Man with the more colorful shit, and that shit even put me more over. So definitely them two. And then I definitely got to put Stone Cold in there because he took it to another level. And then the third one,
I mean the fourth one.
I'm going to toss up because I could either put Ric Flair, The Rock, or Shawn Michaels, right? Out of them 3, I have to pick one for my Mount Rushmore.
I know.
And there's no Undertaker in that thing. And I'm not saying Undertaker's whack. I'm just saying that he's not there.
Yeah.
Now, I could do a top 5 or top 10 list, and of course, Undertaker will probably be around 6 or 7 for me. But in my Mount Rushmore, I got to pick between Shawn, Rock, and the other guy that I said.
Ric Flair.
That's hard.
Yeah.
And Ric Flair. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine. But like you said, everybody has different opinions, and that's the good thing about wrestling fans. It's like any sports fan about that. The problem is, if you like football, you have a specific team you like. You know what I'm saying? With wrestling, there's no team. It's just you like who you like, and nobody could get mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm a New York Giants fan, you're a Chicago Bears fan.
Mm-hmm.
That's the team you like. I can't really, it's the same thing with wrestling.
You'd be surprised.
You get fans like Yankee and Boston Red Sox fans, and they hate each other. You know what I'm saying? But with wrestling, it's like either you like all the heels because you like the bad guys, or you like all the baby faces. But then once you start growing up, because if you're watching wrestling since maybe let's say the age of 6 or 7, you're always gonna root for the good guys, the baby face. As a young boy or girl, you're always gonna root for them.
Yeah.
But then you start getting older, and you want to be cool. Oh, the bad guys, the heels, those are the cool ones, and they have the better talk in the mic and this and that. So you could change back and forth with other sports like a football fan, oh, I'm a New York Giants fan, but you know what? I'm gonna get older. I'm gonna switch to a Kansas City Chiefs fan. No, because then they'll look at you some type of way, like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? That's the cool thing about wrestling. Like, you could change here, change there, whatever, and it still falls under the same umbrella. Like, yo, I'm a wrestler.
All right, so best entrance. Does he take it?
I think he takes it. He has the best entrance. Well, I'm gonna be biased because Macho Man had a good one, but then when I found out that was a graduation song, you know,
and
I was like, yo.
A follow-up question: best entrance and best theme. It's not theme song. Best entrance song, I guess.
Shawn Michaels had a good one.
Yeah.
Sexy boy. Sexy boy. But if you're talking about entrance with lyrics, yes, I think Shawn Michaels had a good one. Or
I think the Undertaker takes best entrance and best entrance song. I mean, mind you, Stone Cold's my favorite, and I like the Shatter the Glass.
Yeah.
But I think if I was in an arena and I just heard that gong go off, I think I'll go crazy.
It was like that one time we went to Monday Night Raw and we didn't know he was gonna be there. And we heard the fucking bell gong. We were like, holy shit, because the arena went black. We all turned like little kids.
You go crazy.
So yeah, I think that's the one thing, like that's the one entrance everybody will like expect.
What other entrances you like or songs? I'm trying to think a few from my head. Once I could think songs.
Edge had a good one.
Triple H.
Triple H.
They put that shit in football games still.
Yeah. Triple H is a good
time to play the game.
Yeah. Definitely Edge had
Stone Cold had a great the entrance song. I mean the entrance he just runs in, but I'm trying to think. HBK, like you said. I used to like Bautista's entrance.
Batista had a good one.
With the guns.
Donkey Kong, man, had a good one too.
Yeah.
Hulk
Hogan had a good theme song.
What happened?
Hulk Hogan had a good theme song. Entrance song.
Everybody knew that song.
Yeah.
I like and I don't like when they change, like the wrestlers change their song. Like CM Punk used to come up with something different, and then he started coming out to an actual song.
Yeah. Personality. Is such a person.
Which was cool. It was okay. But it fits his character. It fit perfect with him. I just like the theme songs that are original.
But even Undertaker, when he came on American Badass, I liked that one too. I mean, it wasn't Undertaker, but it's not as good, but it was still good. What about you could talk, baby. We're just talking about wrestling. Almost finished. What other? I'm trying to think of what other theme songs or entrances were good.
John Cena. I like John Cena.
John Cena's is good. What about these guys when they were the Shield? Their entrance was good.
With the fire?
No, coming into the crowd.
Oh no, yeah, but they had the fire.
I didn't like the song, but I like the way they came in.
Oh, okay, like the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you.
What about What's Up?
That's a good one. Like all the kids like that.
Yeah.
One. The one thing
New
about
Day
is like you said, he takes at least a good 10 minutes to get to the ring.
No.
We said Triple H.
What's his name?
They start the match.
Cool.
Undertaker.
So it's definitely
that's what we're talking about.
His entrance theme song is one of the greatest.
And send me.
Nobody could top that one there.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, those are most of the questions I had. Pretty much. I mean, Is there anything other questions or